So friends, today I'm sharing with you my top 4 favorite chicken recipes. First is the Goan meatball recipe, my mom's recipe of course. Then is the best butter chicken ever, which is super simple. Then is my special Sunday curry. Of course, you can make it any day of the week, not only Sunday. And then is some lovely lemony pepper chicken. So friends, let's start with today's lovely Goan meatball curry. Now in the ingredients, we're going to use some whole spices and red chilies. Now here I've taken about 8 dried red chilies, about 6 cloves, 15 peppercorns, 1 cardamom, 1 inch of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds and 1 teaspoon of poppy seeds. I'm also going to be using about 3/4 of a cup of freshly grated coconut. Now I'm also going to be using 200 grams of mince. I'm going with chicken. You can use beef or mutton. Now I'm going to grind all these whole spices along with the coconut and about half a cup of water, and we're going to get this very fine paste. Now we're also going to use 1/4 teaspoon of haldi powder, 1 medium-sized onion, 1.5 teaspoon of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of ginger, 1 medium-sized tomato and 1 light green chili chopped fine. We're also going to use the masala water. Now I'm going to add this haldi powder and this ginger garlic paste to my masala paste and mix it really well. I'm going to now roast 2 tablespoons of besan or chickpea flour for just a minute till you get the aroma of the flour. I'm going to add this to the chicken mince, or if you're using beef or mutton. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of our spice paste. We're going to add the green chili and we're going to add salt, and we're going to mix all of this really well together. Then I'm going to make small balls like this. So with this 200 grams of chicken mince that I used, I got about 12 or 15 balls of meatballs, and that's enough for a family of 4. Now I'm just going to lightly I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon of oil in a pan and just lightly fry these balls, not completely, for less than a minute. I'm just going to toss them around, and once I find that they're just a little bit coated with the oil, I'm going to take them off immediately. So just for about a minute or so, I'm just going to lightly toss them and fry them in the oil. So do that with all of them. Now if you find that your mixture is a little bit loose and you're not able to form the balls, just add a little more of the roasted besan. And once this is done, just set these fried balls aside. Now we're going to make the curry. So I've heated about 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm going to add the curry leaves. I'm going to add my chopped onion and I'm going to fry it really well. I'm then going to add my tomato and fry it till it becomes nice and soft and cooked. Then I'm going to add the masala paste that we ground. And I'm going to fry this masala paste for a whole 5 minutes till you find that the masala starts oozing a little bit of oil. Now friends, all the ingredients along with the method is going to be down in the description box below, just below this video. So don't worry about noting down the amount of spices. Everything is given down below this video in the description box. So fry this paste really well. This is really key to getting the perfect meatball curry. And now we're going to add this masala water. This masala water is nothing but when you grind the masala in the mixer pot, you just put a little bit of water and clean up the pot. That's the masala water. It is full of flavors, so don't throw it away. Now I'm going to add just about half a cup of water, a little at a time, just checking to what thickness I want the curry to. So accordingly you add the water, whether you want a thicker curry or you want a thinner curry. So just add a little at the time, and keep mixing it. Now we're going to add some salt to taste. I'm also going to add a pinch of sugar, and then I'm going to add the vinegar. Now same with the vinegar also, just add according to your taste. Mix everything together and just give this curry a little bit of a taste, whether you need to add more salt, whether you need to add more sugar, more vinegar. And now once the curry is all done, you're going to gently add these meatballs into the curry. Now very lightly just coat the meatballs with this curry. See that they don't break. And now since we have lightly fried them in the pan, they don't disintegrate. So, that's a good idea. So cover and cook this for about 5 minutes on a low flame. And that's it, friends. Your, curry is all ready. You just garnish it with some lovely chopped up coriander. And this goes amazingly well with some pulao or even some pao. It's just amazing. So do give this recipe a try, guys. Delicious butter chicken recipe. Now here I've taken 200 grams of chicken boneless breasts and cut them into thin strips. To this I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of thick yogurt, 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. I'll leave the recipes of how to make homemade dahi or yogurt and ginger garlic paste in the description box below. This is 1 tablespoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, some salt to taste, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Now mix all of this really well together and cover it and keep it aside for 15 minutes. Now I'm going to add half a tablespoon of oil to my pan as well as half a tablespoon of butter. Mix the two together well. Now once it's nice and hot, I'm going to add 1 medium onion chopped fine. That's about 1 cup of onion chopped fine, 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Mix these two together really well and fry it really well. Next goes in 1 tomato that I've chopped fine. Mix all these 3 ingredients really well on a low to medium flame. Next I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder. Now since butter chicken is not very spicy, we are using Kashmiri red chili powder instead of using red chili powder. Now I'm going to add 1/4 cup of water. Mix all of this well. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cashew nuts. Now mix all of this really well together and you're going to cover and keep this for about 15 minutes on a low flame till all of it comes together. Now this is very important that you cook it on a low flame, keep checking it in between, and then once you open it after 15 minutes, you'll see that all the water is dried up. Turn off the flame and transfer this to another bowl and let it cool completely. So now once I've transferred that to another bowl, in the same pan, I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of oil. Once the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add the chicken pieces which we had marinated. And we're going to fry these really, really well. So see, you can now see how the strips are. So do cut them in strips because butter chicken does have strips of chicken. And for that you need to use boneless chicken. So just cut them into long strips, and marinating it is also very, very important. And then just keep turning them at intervals. But ensure that they're nicely fried like this. And fry them in batches. Don't put everything together in one pan. Make it into 2 batches. That way everything gets evenly fried. They should look like this. And then transfer them to another plate. So now our paste that I transferred, which we had fried for all the onions, cashew nuts, tomatoes, has cooled down completely. Ensure that it is cooled down completely. Don't grind a very hot mixture. And then once you grind it, you'll get this lovely orange paste. Now turn the flame on under your pan on a low to medium heat and transfer this paste that we've ground to the pan. And just fry it for about half a minute without adding any oil or anything, just the paste. Now this is the water that we get when we rinse the mixer jar. So add that, just about half a cup, and let this gravy nicely cook on a low to medium flame for about a minute. Now after that I'm going to add half a teaspoon of garam masala. This is again homemade. I'll leave a recipe of how to make your homemade garam masala. And I'm going to add 1/4 cup of thick cream, or you can also use milk. the thick, the layer of that cream that comes on top of the milk. Just add that. Now we're going to add some salt to taste. First taste the mixture and then add salt to taste. And since butter chicken has a little bit of a sweet tinge to it, we're going to add a pinch of sugar. So I'm using powdered sugar. Just add a pinch of it. Now cook all of this really well, and now once it's cooked, you're going to add all the fried chicken back into the gravy. And that's it, guys. Turn off the flame, just add a little bit of cream and garnish it with a sprig of kothmeer or coriander. And that's it, guys. Your lovely butter chicken is really delicious and really, a must try. And this goes really well with some naan or some roti. So let's see what are the lovely ingredients we're going to use for this recipe. Now here I've just washed and wiped clean some dried red chilies, and now I'm just cutting off the tips. I'm using about 8 to 10 of these dried red chilies. These add a lovely flavor as well as a lovely color to this curry. Then I'm going to be grating this dried red coconut. We require about half a cup of it. This is called sukkhe khobra. So we're going to use the dried coconut, not the fresh coconut for this recipe. Then I'm also going to be using 1 inch of ginger, and I like to grate the ginger. Now I have 2 light green chilies. I'm just going to cut off the tips of the chilies, and then I'm going to cut each chili into 4s. Now I also will be requiring about 8 to 10 cloves of garlic, and I am going to be thinly slicing 1 medium-sized onion. Now, besides these ingredients, we're also going to be using some powder masalas. So here I have some 1/4 teaspoon of haldi powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, and about 2 tablespoons of Malwani masala. Now in a pan, I'm going to be heating about 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm going to be frying the green chilies, the ginger, the garlic. Then we're also going to be adding the onions, the red chilies, as well as the grated coconut. We're going to fry all of this well together. So now once our masala has completely cooled down to room temperature, we're going to add a little bit of water, and we're going to grind this to a very fine paste. Also, I'm adding some oil to my pressure pan, and I'm using boneless chicken breast, which I've washed thoroughly and cut up into small cubes, and we're going to fry this well in the oil. Now what we like to do at our place is we like to strain this masala paste by adding a little water at a time. The reason being that we don't like this coconut or onion or all the other masala granules in the gravy. We like to have a smooth curry. Now if you are okay with having the masala, you can just skip this step of running it through a sieve. But I put a little bit of water at a time, and I completely squeeze out all the goodness of this ground paste. As you can see here, I've nicely squeezed out all of the masala, and what we're left with is this lovely liquid masala paste, which we're going to use in our curry. Now the chicken is all ready, so we've just transferred it to another pot. Now in the same pressure pan, I'm going to add some more oil. And now we're going to add all our powder masalas, that is the turmeric or the haldi, the cumin or the jeera, the garam masala. And we're going to saute this masalas a little. We're going to add this red Kashmiri chili powder. This adds a lovely color to this curry. Now we're going to just mix all the masalas together and fry them well in this oil. And then I'm going to be adding this Malwani masala. Now this is a ready-made bought masala. It's easily available. And then finally, after frying everything, we're going to add this ground paste. I'm also going to be adding a little water and rinsing the bowl in which the paste was so that we don't lose any of the goodness. And I'm going to be adding that water too. Now we're going to let this just boil a bit. Now you can add as much of the Malwani masala as you like or as little as you like. And then we're just going to add this chicken that we've just fried a little bit in the oil. We're going to mix everything well. And now we're going to let this just cook for a minute or two on a low flame. And now, of course, we have to flavor this. So I'm going to just flavor it with some salt to taste. Again, we're going to mix everything well together. Now, if you don't have a pressure pan, you can also cook this in a normal big vessel. Only thing, you'll have to simmer it for about at least 20 minutes. But here I'm using this pressure pan, so I'm just going to pressure cook it for one whistle on high, and then I'm going to simmer it for 15 to 20 minutes. And after cooking it for about 10 to 15 minutes, this is the lovely curry that we finally get. This goes amazingly well with some lovely pav or some boiled steamed rice or even some chapatis. So I hope you like today's suspense. And welcome back to Akshata's recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by today. So today's recipe is a very nice and different kind of chicken recipe. It is a creamy lemon and pepper chicken. It's got a very different flavor, lovely flavor of pepper, lemon, and it's nice and creamy, and it goes really well with some hot puris or chapatis or rotis. It's super simple, friends, with ingredients that we have at home, and you'll see. So let's go to my kitchen and let's start making this lovely creamy lemon pepper chicken. So friends, let's get started with today's recipe of creamy lemon pepper chicken curry. It's a very different kind of curry, and it has this beautiful flavor of a lot of lemon and pepper. Now we're going to start by marinating the chicken. So I've taken about 250 grams of boneless chicken breast. I've washed it well and cut it up into small, even-sized pieces. That way they cook very well and quite quickly and evenly. To this, I'm going to add about a cup of thick yogurt or dahi. Now I have a recipe of how you can prepare your own dahi at home. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Now, since this is lemon pepper chicken, I'm going to add a whole tablespoon of black pepper powder. This is home made pepper powder. I've just taken some peppercorns, roasted them, and ground them to a fine powder. Next, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, haldi powder. This adds a lovely color. Next goes in the juice of one entire lime, or you can measure it to at least 1/4 cup of lime juice. Next goes in 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, and I'm going to season it with some salt. Now for the ginger garlic paste, I've taken about 6 cloves of garlic and 1 inch of ginger and made a fine paste with it. Now we got to give everything a nice good mix, and we need to marinate this for at least 15 to 20 minutes minimum, and if you can keep it for an hour, even better, because then everything gets nicely marinated and the flavors really come out very well. So marinating it is very, very important. Now if you don't have a lot of time, 15 to 20 minutes will also do. Now after marination, I've just taken a pan and I've heated about a tablespoon of oil. To that oil, I'm going to add one light green chili, which I have diced very finely. We're going to fry the chili well because we want to infuse the oil with this lovely flavor of chili. Next, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon each of ginger paste as well as garlic paste. Now, although we've marinated the chicken with ginger garlic, we still need to add a little more of ginger garlic paste to really, make this curry really flavorsome. So you can add 1 teaspoon each of ginger garlic paste, or again half a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Next, I'm going to add this coarsely ground powder, which I've made out of cloves, cardamom, and some cinnamon. So I've taken about 4 cloves, or lavang as you call it, half an inch of cinnamon, and I've taken just 1 elaichi, white elaichi or cardamom, and I've just coarsely ground this in my mortar and pestle. Now once that is done, we're going to add our marinated chicken and we're going to give it a very good mix. We want everything to really mix in well together. So just give the entire dish a nice mix. Now we're going to cook this on a medium flame, medium to high, and we're going to just continuously stir everything together. Now I've made a slurry of corn flour. I've taken 1 tablespoon of corn flour and about half a cup of water, made a thick paste, and I've just added that to the chicken. Now we're going to cover the chicken and cook it for about 5 minutes. Once that is done, we're just going to give it a mix. And now I've added about half a cup of cream. Now you don't need to really use the fresh cream. You can use just normal cream, which is there, the top layer of the milk, or if you have fresh cream, you can use that. And then we're just going to garnish it with some lovely freshly chopped coriander. And that's it, friends. And our lovely creamy lemon pepper chicken is all ready. You have to make this dish because it has such a different taste and it is really, really full of flavors and really, really delicious. Also, I would like to mention here that I have many other easy and quick chicken recipes on my channel. So just go to my channel page, Akshata's Recipes. You will see something called playlist. Click on that and then you'll see chicken recipes. So click on that and you'll get a whole variety. If you like today's recipe as well as today's video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Also, by clicking the thumbs up icon. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshata's Recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up. So just click on that. That way, whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye, take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye.